Welcome to the fiddlehub.com free lesson series. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you the bowing grip that I use. Now there's more than one way to hold the bow, and different fiddlers vary quite a bit in how they go about it. But the approach I'm going to show you will work very well for you, regardless of the kind of music you want to play. And I really recommend it. Before we get into how to form the grip, let's talk about where the grip should be. Exactly where do you grab the stick? Well, I think the answer is down here at the end. You'll see some good players who hold the stick up in this area. But I don't think that's a good idea. It seems to me that if you hold the stick up here, you're going to have less length available when it comes time to play those longer notes. And as you get away from the end, where you find the frog and the thumb pad and the wrap, you lose some of your ability to control the stick, to keep it from spinning in your hand as you play. If you hold the bow at the end, you can keep it stable, which is what you need to do. Now let's build the grip step by step. First, place the tip of your thumb on the lower end of the pad, close to the frog. Then bend your thumb at the first knuckle. Good. Now rotate the bow and bring the edge of the hair up against the back of your thumb, like this. Next, touch the tip of your pinky against the top of the stick, more or less at the point where the end of the frog meets the stick. Be careful here to keep your little finger relaxed and curved. You might feel a tendency to straighten your pinky and lock it in place, and to let the pad of your little finger touch the stick instead of the tip. And for a long time, I did that myself. But I found that it's much better to keep the little finger curved and flexible. Now let your ring finger and your middle finger both fall across the top of the stick, with the first knuckle of the middle finger located just opposite, or maybe just a little bit above, your thumb tip. Let the tips of these two fingers come into contact with the frog. Not only will this feel good and relaxed, eventually, but it'll let you completely control the bow's tendency to spin in your hand. With the back of your thumb up against one side of the frog and your fingertips touching the opposite side, your bow won't be going anywhere. Now, finally, just let your first finger fall across the top of the stick where the wrap is. Again, nice and relaxed. The stick should be touching your first finger around the inside of the second knuckle. The main points of contact with this grip are the tip of the thumb, the inner second knuckle of the first finger here, and the tip of the pinky. This is where you get your leverage to balance the bow. As far as finger spacing is concerned, keep your middle two fingers pretty close together. If they're touching, that's okay, but they don't have to be. Your first finger is separated from the middle finger just a little, and your pinky should be separated from the ring finger a bit more. Now I know that my hands are pretty big, and yours might be smaller. But allowing for hand size, this is pretty much how you want your bow hand to look as you hold it out in front of you. If yours is close to this, you've got it. Now, if you find this grip uncomfortable in the beginning, you are not alone. It can take some getting used to. But hang in there. It's worth it. The effort to learn it will pay off. This is a proven method that allows you to use all of your bow and to keep it under really good control. And at the same time, it lets you keep the loose, fluid wrist that you're going to need to really play your tunes the way you want to play them. I'll go into a lot more detail about the mechanics of how this grip actually works in the lesson on the bowstroke.